And you know them as Jim and Judy Bates. Come on, keep walking all the way up there. Tall tail, kids. Tall tail.
This is really bad, okay? Watching Dave work always reminds me of, weren't you the guy that was in the contest that the guy who wrestled the lawn chair won?
Yeah.
Oh well. We all have those moments. Wow. This is kind of incredible for us. We flew in from San Antonio, Texas today. And on the plane up, we started thinking about this period of our life. And we figured out over the course of the amount of time that we were involved with development. I mean, Gene Patrick asked us to get involved creating the shows here at Great America. And from the time that conversation took place and we started doing it, was a period of over 9 years, and maybe 10. And we figured out that's over 15% of our life. That's pretty amazing. And within that, the amount of people that, I don't know how to say it properly, but we touched by trying to stage shows and direct you in things, but we were touched by you. And you forget in life that the things that you say to people and they say to you may influence a life. And well, it's true, you know, and Judy is always kind of the silent one in the back, you know, and then she comes over and whispers to somebody, you know, if you da-da-da-da-da-da. And we have changed lives, maybe for the worse or for the better, but we'll meet people everywhere that say, wow, they run out from behind in a hotel. The clerk says, Mr. and Mrs. Bates, could you please hold here for a minute? And they run back in the thing, and all of a sudden out comes the manager and says, Jim, Judy, you remember me? I sang Singing in the Rain. You know? And you go, yeah, how are you? You know, yeah, I remember you. What's your name? Like here tonight, it's incredible. You see faces and you go, oh wow, and then they say, I did this, and you go, oh my, okay? And you know, we could go through specific people and we'll say the wrong ones. You know, but we came, we did shows, we would sit with a man named Tom Merriman, okay? Who's somebody, if you're musicians, you probably remember Tom. If you're not, you wouldn't. Tom was an incredible arranger. Wrote for big band, for many shows that traveled and everything. And he wrote the songs here, and Tom, Gene Patrick, and myself would get together out in San Jose, and we'd sit down and create. Then it would go the next step. Oh, the costumes. Then it would go to, okay, Dick and Pat, and they would create the wardrobe, all right? And all of a sudden, you know, we all go off our directions, and the things would happen, and then we come, all right? And now all of a sudden, it gets from us to you, and now life has to come to what it is. Somebody has to light it. Somebody has to push those sets. Somebody has to hang it. And then, oh my God, then we get to the cast, okay? We had more of a chance to interrelate with the cast more than we did with some of you who were more operational and crews, okay? But believe me, you guys were there, and I wish we knew you as well as we know the casts, and I apologize that we didn't know you better. But the casts, oh my God, we would come And we'd have, they said, okay, here we go. We auditioned these hundreds of people, and we got our casts. And then we would go to work. And we would ask, and you would give. And we would ask again, and you would give again. And sometimes it was terrible what you gave us, okay? And sometimes it was brilliant, you know? And I think we got emotional about it, as you well know. We feel very passionate about shows. We did then, and we do now. I mean, we think very few people in their lifetime will have the honor and the privilege to go on a stage. And with that privilege of going on a stage and entertaining, being able to feel empathy from people, to move them, okay? That is an amazing, amazing thing. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm sorry, I'm a passionate guy. No, but with that wonderful thing that all of us who create and do shows get comes responsibility. When you go on a stage, or you light a show, or you push the set on, whatever it is, you are doing something that is very special. And a lot of people do things in their life that they don't think is very special, you know? And a lot of us are blessed and get to do things that we think is special. And so all through life you have to do that. So now what I'm going to do is at the Academy Awards, and I have my cheat list, and I can't remember anybody. So I started to make a list of names, and I said, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. How can I name everybody? Okay? And the guy who's not here tonight, Gene Patrick, okay? Who? All right? You're asking me about who? You know, little did I know that when he asked Judy and I to do this, it would become a 9-10 year adventure. And, you know, it was also for us a time in our life when our kids were going to college. It was a steady gig. In show business, as a lot of you know, and a lot of you will be in show business, and then you slip over into somewhere else. You find out there's more to life than doing shows, okay? And those who stay on the showbiz path find out there's two words, show and business. And how do you take care of surviving? That's called the business part, okay? And those of you who have gone off to other things along the way, most people still carry a passion for theater. And that was something that all of us kind of shared together. And I think we did some pretty damn good shows. You know? We did. And it all comes down to you guys. And Judy and I thank you. And thank you for being a part of our life and rewarding us with what you guys did there. And I'm not going to read my list because I don't need it. Because I think you all know who you are. And we appreciate and love all of you, and we thank you for letting us be here with you tonight.
Jimmy Bay. We were in Chicago. This is pretty amazing because I didn't know about Gene's situation, and we talked on Monday, and we have not really talked I mean, really thought in probably 20 years. You know, time has gone by and the whole thing. And one of the things that we were talking about, which as you go through your life, you start appreciating more, is the 9 years that we were involved doing Marriott's Great America, the amount of shows, the amount of product that was cranked out. You watch these videos and we're going, wow, did we do all that? And we really didn't, okay? Our job was we came and we asked of all of you, and you did it. We would ask, and you would do. And we got probably more out of it than you guys. You know, it was pretty incredible. We travel, and all of a sudden somebody runs up to us on a plane and says, Jim, Judy, it's me. Okay, it's you. And there's no name tag. And you're going, I know your face. What solo did you sing? Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, and it's like, it's hard, but it's an amazing thing to come in this room tonight and see all of you here. And it's like, it's incredible. I mean, that's 30 years. We figured out, and when we were in Chicago, all of a sudden Judy and I were talking about it, and I said, 9 years. That's 15% of our life was invested in Marriott's Great America and all of these people that did shows with us. I mean, that's pretty amazing, okay? And Gene's comment about, you know, the gift and being able to give, it kind of goes along. Judy and I have a thing about people that go on the stage. There are very few people that really ever go on a stage and really get the empathy from an audience. That's a very, very special thing. And the thing that's always amazing, and you guys learned, is that with that kind of special gift that you get from people, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility, and that's to be able to deliver the best show that you can. And you have to take it very serious. And we did. You went on those stages. You know, the double cast, when you guys were cranking out in the music hall, double cast, doing 8 shows a day. And then on the off days, you did 5. And then we'd run over to the Bug Show, and they're cranking them out. Then at night, they changed it out. We're doing Music Man. Then you got a parade going. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was an amazing amount of work. And you guys all make that responsibility, which you carry with you the rest of your life. You know, whether you're doing it in theater, or you're doing it in business, or wherever it is. It's very cool. It's very cool. And it was really great. So, but it's so strange. Our relationship with Gene started, you know, we were laughing about Hogates with a 5-person show that then became this big thing. And we didn't know why he wanted us to do these shows with him. Okay, whatever. And it turned into a long time thing. So we were talking about this the other day, and it's pretty amazing. One would have never known. So, as I say, we thank you for what you gave us as much as, you know, hopefully we enjoy what we do, okay? Selfishly, we get a lot out of it, you know, because we get to work with people that are fun, although there are some that I could name. Maybe. All right. No, they're not here. So, but hey, we thank you. Judy always sits over there going, Jim, get on. So, and when you've got guys like Mr. Wallowik, who has to roast everyone, you know, so we just want to say thank you. It's our pleasure to be here, and thank you one and all for the body of work.
Thank you.